Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dubs Boxing. Back again with another one. We got this pre-gaming for you guys. We're gonna preview the fight week, March 22nd. Yo, we got a lot of fights on this day. Got like 5 cards. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a long day of boxing, but still, it's a good one because we get to see a lot of fights. Before I get into it, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. And you can follow me on my social media, scrolling across the bottom. If you want to tap into the schedule, feel free to hit my website, ldubsboxing.com. I got everything for you. Just doing the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute, salute. Appreciate you coming by. And I want to salute everybody coming through, man. I'm going to leave that up there for everybody to come through. Appreciate you guys. All right, so let's get into it, man. We got an early morning. Saturday morning down in Australia. I believe this card starts like 3 o'clock for the East Coast, all right? So it's going to be an early start, but we got some interesting stuff, some good fights, and some good storylines. So George Kambosos Jr., former unified champion, lightweight, he got a new opponent. The original opponent, Yordan, he pulled out. He failed his medicals. So we got Jake Wiley up in here. I think he's 15-1. He got a bunch of knockouts, too. You know what I'm saying? So he fills in Kambosos. You know, we haven't seen him since the Lomachenko fight. You know, suffer a body shot KO in the 11th round. We haven't seen him since then. Winston Lee, what's good with you, bro? So Kambosos, he has to win this fight. He got a big fight lined up for the summer in NYC versus Richardson Hitchens. That fight is basically already set and done. You know what I'm saying? So Hitchens can defend his IBF title against Kambosos. This is Kambosos' first fight at 140 pounds. So we don't know. He looked like a small lightweight to me. We'll see how he look at 140. Wiley, it's a fight he should win. Now, Wiley can't punch. He's aggressive. And Kambosos, if you really watch Kambosos, he's a natural counterpuncher. He comes off and perceived like he's an aggressive fighter, stuff like that. He's not a big puncher, but he's very active. He kind of crafty too. Wiley is a guy that's gonna be in his face, you know what I'm saying, and looking for a big knockout. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's up. We got 2 women's title fights on this card, man. I'm looking forward to it. Before we get to that, I want you guys to check out the heavyweight on this card, Teramona. He's a tough competitor, Olympian. You know what I'm saying? He's strong. He's fun. He's going to come to fight. You got Katayev on the card. He's a stablemate of George Kambosos. He's a light heavyweight, another Olympian. You know what I'm saying? He was a medalist as well. He's strong and he's tough. He's on this card as well. But for the ladies, we gotta touch on this, man. A little bit more insight. So we have a rematch: Shanika Johnson versus Nina Hughes. So Shanika Johnson, they had this fight on the Kambosos and Lomachenko undercard. Shanika Johnson won by decision. This was the fight where the ring announcer read the wrong name as the winner. You know what I'm saying? So, but the fight was pretty competitive. Shanika Johnson is the bigger, stronger opponent and the bigger puncher. Nina Hughes is the boxer. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of action in this fight. I expect the same thing. Nina Hughes looking to be a 2-time world champion, and Shanika Johnson trying to keep her belt. And these ladies, if they win, they got big fights too. It's a lot of stuff they can do in this division. 118 pounds, even 122, and some fights for them. So this is a good one. The first fight was real close and competitive. I expect the second one to be the same. And this one right here probably should be the main event. I ain't gonna lie, this is what I'm tapped in for sure. He said, I remember that. Yeah, they called the wrong name, right? Yo, this one right here is probably one of the best fights to be made in women's boxing. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. I know we got the big name ladies, Carissa Shields, Amanda Serrano, Kay Taylor gonna fight. That's the biggest fight in women's boxing. Alicia Baumgartner, we heard her news today, signing with MVP. This one is probably a top 5 fight to be made in this division. I mean, in boxing, period. So you got Scott Nicholson, the WBC featherweight champion, versus her mandatory Tierra Brown. A lot of build-up, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, stuff going into this. And they finally get to prove it in the ring. Scott Nicholson is a boxer. You know what I'm saying? I won't call her a runner, but she uses all the ring. She don't like to get hit, and that's the name of the game. You know what I'm saying? She got a sneaky counter check right hook. Very sneaky out the southpaw stance. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait to see this one. Yeah, me too, bro. We're gonna see. And Scott Nicholson is, like I said, she's a good boxer. She know how to manipulate and win these rounds. Now this is 2 minutes, right? And the way she boxed, before you look up, you down 4-0. You know what I'm saying? She don't do a lot of stuff, but what she do is eye catching when you're not doing nothing, and she don't get hit a lot, so that speaks a lot for her. So we gotta see how big this ring gonna be on Saturday. That's gonna play a role. But even with that, Scott Nicholson is just a good boxer. She's smart. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to get into a fight where she don't have to, and you can't blame her. You know what I'm saying? So you got Tierra Brown, who is a very skillful fighter. You know what I'm saying? Very skillful. You know what I'm saying? Let her hands go, dig to the body. She got 11 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? 17, 18 wins. She's a good fighter, yo. Real skill. You know what I'm saying? Good upper body movement. And if you right there in front of her, she gonna put them hands on you. I don't think Sky gonna be there for her. You know what I'm saying? The key to the fight is will Tierra Brown cut out the ring consistently. If she does and make Sky Nicholson sit and fight with her for large stretches of the fight, she got a chance to be the new champion. For real. She has a big chance. If she don't cut that ring off and she let Scott Nicholson steal crumbs and poke and pick and use the jab and because Scott Nicholson exit, she do this every fight. Her exit is that check right hook. That's her exit. So when she get cornered, she hit you with a check right hook and she out of there. Can Tierra Brown step to her right, step to her left, making sure she mixing up the way she cut the ring off. If she can do that, it's pretty much a 50-50 fight. I like Scott Nicholson to win the fight by decision. I think she can mess around and win this wide, just based on Tierra Brown's kind of relaxed. You know what I'm saying? She can't be relaxed in this fight. She got to step the gas, put on the gas early in this fight, and she got to have good foot movement. She got to have fast feet. She got to cut the ring off, and she got to let them things go. You know what I'm saying? And win this fight, like, you know what I'm saying, with the work rate. If not, she gonna get outclassed. That's just how I see it. But we're gonna see. But this a big one though. We've been waiting for this for a long time. Scott Nicholson versus Tierra Brown. So, and the WBC got like a little trophy belt for the ladies. The winner get a trophy belt. So that's what's up, man. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Just to with the flames, yes sir. It's fire, bro. I can't wait for it. TJ in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Everyone try to cut the ring off. Almost no one can. That's what I'm saying. So what is Tierra Brown going to bring to the table that's different? You know what I'm saying? Will she try to invest to the body to slow her down? Is her feet faster? I don't know. She haven't displayed that. A lot of her opponents been sitting right there in front of her. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Overall in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Man, coming through the building. Appreciate you guys. All right, we slide to the zone. So the zone got a couple of cards, some little small shows that we got to talk about. This one right here is from AC, Atlantic City, New Jersey. You got Vlad Planin. He's going to headline this show. You know, pretty solid card. You know what I'm saying? Up and coming guys. You can catch this on the zone. This is Boxing Insider. So the one to look out for is Justin Figueroa. He nice. He fights at 154. I like him. 11-0, 9 knockouts. He's an exciting fighter, yo. Look out for him. Kashad Elliott is a good up-and-coming fighter. So, yeah, some good stuff. You got Bruce Seldon's son on the card. So, if you guys want to tap into some boxing, we got boxing all day. Like I said, make sure you guys tune in to this one right here. You know what I'm saying? Live on the zone. All right, let's keep it pushing. Here's another card on the zone. This is Overtime. You know, Overtime is a new series that showcases a lot of boxers, a lot of young boxers and stuff like that. They're going to be down in San Diego. So you can check this out on the zone. You got Mansour versus Bowles. This is a 4-round lightweight bout. But Mansour, I believe he's from San Diego. So, they're going to get him a shot. Montgomery versus Jeremy Hill. That's going to be a fun fight. Montgomery, he fight, to me, he kind of fights similar to Gary Antoine Russell. He in your face. He's smothering you. He don't give you time to breathe. He's a fun, action-packed fighter. Jeremy Hill is a taller, rangier guy. They can punch a little bit. This is interesting right here. Montgomery like to beat you down and wear you down and try to stop you late type shit. You got Kurt Scooby, who is a big, strong, lightweight. He got a late replacement, Villarraga. This is a guy he probably should stop early, but we're gonna see. I think Villarraga is like 11-11, some shit like that. He 500. So Scooby, a couple of fights ago, he had a knockout loss to Dakota Langer. He got a couple of wins in a row. He been staying active, so that's what's up. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? I think after this one, if he look real good, he can go ahead and step him up. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? How he look after that. You got Lang. Lang is another good fighter. Dante Lang. Super middleweight. He been stopping everything. He been stopping everything. I think he was 6-0, 6 knockouts. He be sleeping everything, and he's been active. So, yeah, y'all tap into this card live on the zone from San Diego. You know what I'm saying? Overtime. Overtime got those little tricks. They got like a bonus round. If you get a first round knockout, you get a bonus. If you get a last round knockout, you get a bonus. And the fight is even, they go to an overtime round. So, you know what I'm saying? Pretty interesting stuff. But they've been having some good fights on their platform. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He got that same type of style. He's just a soft, he's just orthodox. Let his hands go, throw a bunch of punches. He entertaining. Yeah, bro. Yeah, tap into Montgomery, yo. He good. All right, Pro Box. Pro Box is back at it again with another fire card. This is a card that I'm actually going to down in Southern California. We got a bunch of notable names on the card. Headlined by Lester Martinez versus Joshawn James. We're gonna touch on that super middleweights, but you got Anthony Kuba on the card. He just fought. Now, this is off TV that I'm talking about. Anthony Kuba, he's off TV. He had that good fight with Carmel Moulton. He had another fight on Pro Box recently. You got Kelvin Davis, part of DB3. He's on the card. He's off TV. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a star-studded type of night. There's going to be a lot of people in the building. Team Crawford going to be in the building. Robert Garcia is the promoter. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be some good shit out there. But also we got some good fights though. So Charlie Sheehy, you remember he was with Top Rank. Top Rank released him. He's gonna face Cesar Juarez. Juarez is a guy. He's an action-packed fighter. He's gonna always bring it. He passed it, but he's gonna bring it. And if Sheehy not on his game, it's a fight he can lose. You got Charles Lolo Harris versus Angel Revelar. Now this fight right here, it could be upset alert. Revelar is one of those guys he's brought in as a gatekeeper type of shit, but he can beat your favorite prospect. And Charles Harris is a good fighter and stuff like that, but if he ain't on his A, Revelar can beat him. So that's one of the fights you're gonna see. Also, you got former world champion Jesse Madaleno versus left hook Louis Correa, or the RGBA. That should be a fun fight too. Madaleno is past it a little bit. Correa is a fun fighter, but he get hit a lot. You know what I'm saying? Don't really got the ring IQ. So that should be a fun fight. So yeah, so that's just off TV building up to like the main 3 fights. You feel me? So yeah, yes sir, that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. Hopefully they show all the fights. You know what I'm saying? No, he's not with Kenny Porter no more. He's not with Kenny Porter. Yeah, Sheehy, yep, he's solid. He's still undefeated in Top Rank. Let him go. All right, the main 3 fights, you got Jasmine Ortega versus Regina Chavez. This for the vacant WBA title at 115 pounds. This is going to be a fun fight. If you ain't seen Ortega fight, she's a southpaw. She kind of like she kind of fights similar to Mel Serrano, but not, of course, not the same pedigree, not the same experience. But she's southpaw. She's an attacking fighter, like the dig to the body. She got some KO power, and she's gonna be in some shape. So this is gonna be a good fight. Chavez is just rugged and tough. She's gonna bring it, but this is set up for Ortega to win the vacant title. My man TJ in the super chat, man. I appreciate you, bro, for sure. Salute to you. Always supporting. Pro Box always got great cards now, for sure. Always. So yeah, I like Ortega in that fight to become the new WBA champion. Vladimir Hernandez versus Isaias Lacero. It's gonna be a good fight. Vlad Hernandez, what he brings to the table. He's an action-packed fighter, fought everybody. He's a gatekeeper that can beat you. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, he have great nights. He had a highlight reel knockout over Jesus Ramos' opponent, the one he gonna fight, the late replacement, Guido Scram. He had a highlight reel knockout over him last year. You know he brings it. You know what I'm saying? Lucero, now he's tough. Lucero been in the ring with Suleiman Sissoko, the welterweight, who was like number 2 in the WBC. He gave him a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? And you know Vladimir Hernandez, what he trying to do. He trying to get in close, let his hands go. This Lucero guy is not going to back down from a fight. This is going to be fun. That's the co-main event. Lester Martinez versus Joshua James, y'all. Listen. This one you gotta look at your betting odds and look at some film, because Joshua James can win this fight. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy that he's 9-0, 2 draws. He probably should be 11-0. Appling LD in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. He always been brought in on the B side. He's tall and rangy. He got underrated power. You know what I'm saying? And he's a good fighter. This is a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? He can box. He can bang with you. He got sneaky power. Lester Martinez is a good fighter, pressure fighter, good body punch, good body puncher. Like to dig to the body. You know, he's tough, strong, and rugged. And he's in the same camp as Team Crawford. This is going to be a chief sparring partner for Canelo, for the Canelo Alvarez camp. Getting Terence Crawford ready. And he kind of similar, kind of stocky, but he's a little bit bigger than Canelo. He's a stocky type of guy, and he's action-packed as well. So I can see Lester Martinez on the front foot coming, pressing Joshua James, and I can see James countering, but he's going to have to sit and fight in this one. If he's sitting and fighting, like I said, he's a guy that he's like an upset king. If you're not familiar with Joshua James, go watch some of his fights. A lot of guys, he was brought in as a B-side. He had a draw against Xavier Martinez. He fought one of those Uzbekistan fighters on the PBC undercard. Went to a draw. He probably should have won that fight. And he upset some undefeated guys. Stevens on Golden Boy. And this fight been postponed so much. Why it been postponed? Because Lester Martinez has been sick. You know what I'm saying? Has he truly recovered? I don't know. That's a question mark. You know what I'm saying? He been pulling out fights. He was sick. He had whatever going on with him. So this is a fight where he got to be 100%. I know Joshua James is not a known commodity from a lot of boxing fans, but the ones that know him, they know he can win this fight, y'all. Even with Bo Mack in the corner of Lester Martinez. That's how highly I think of Joshua James. But we're going to see. I know Lester Martinez got some high rankings at 168. So if he wins, he got big fights ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? He can get in the mix with these guys at 168. But we're going to see. This is a tough out right here. This is a tough out. Hernandez has been looking solid. Now he has. He's been looking good. Upset Truck at middleweight. He had another good win over Scram. Yeah, he's been looking good. Yeah, he can win this. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all tap in. Joshua can win this fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how he deal with the pressure for sure. He pulled out. Yep, he was sick twice. I don't know. Is he struggling to make the weight? Is he just? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with him. You feel me? D3 in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Appreciate you coming through. Salute to you. Yes, sir. So yeah, that's Pro Box right there, man. Y'all know they be going crazy. Here's the last one. We got PBC on Prime. So this is free for everybody. Everybody got Prime. I'm pretty sure everybody got Prime. No pay-per-view. We got Sebastian Fundora versus Cordell Booker. We're gonna work our way up. We're gonna start with Elijah Garcia versus Terrell Gausha. This is an interesting fight. The fight is at 160 middleweight. Both guys coming off of losses. Garcia, he lost to Kyron Davis. Kyron Davis got a similar style to Gausha. You know what I'm saying? He can slow the pace down. You know what I'm saying? Counter punch. I know Gausha got a good right hand, but Gausha, he older, and he don't always do enough to win fights. He be right there, but then he don't do enough to win. Maybe this is his last go-around. He's coming off a loss to Carlos Adames for the world title. This is an important fight for both guys. I want to see if they're going to fight with a sense of urgency. Garcia at his best, he's a good aggressive guy to let his hands go. He's more active than Goucher. Goucher is more of a economical fighter, like to throw, one punch at a time. He really don't run combinations. Garcia do. And Garcia is like a little bit more fresh as a younger man. So, you would say maybe Garcia got the edge. He got a new coach. He's with Bob Santos. So we're gonna see how this look. It's interesting. I think it's do or die for both. It's a big important fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a big important fight. Co-main event, you got Jesus Ramos versus Guido Scram. So I mentioned this earlier, right? Guido Scram, he's an okay fighter. Coming off a crazy knockout loss to Vlad Hernandez, though. That was crazy. Who you got? This is a 50-50 type fight. I like Garcia. Yeah, he don't really throw a lot of punches like that. If he ran those numbers, because he can punch. Remember, he dropped Tim Tszyu. He hurt my man Lubin late in that fight. You know what I'm saying? So he can carry his power. We'll see if he let them shits go. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole key to this. But we got Jesus Ramos is back. He's a hot young fighter, close to a world title shot. I think this is the year to get a world title shot for Jesus Ramos. He said facts. So Ramos just fought February the 1st on the Benavidez and Morrell undercard, and he right back March 22nd. That's dope. We don't see PBC fighters doing that shit. You feel me? We don't see that. That's a quick ass turnaround. He stopped Jason Rosario on that card. So that's his second win in a row after his first loss to Lubin, which I thought he actually won that fight, but he did slow down in the back half, and Lubin was doing some crafty shit, so I understand. But this is a fight for him. I guess he took the opportunity to help this card. This is the fight I expect him to win. Jesus Ramos should be fighting for a world title at 154 soon. Whether it's against Bartram for the IBF, he's ranked with them. Maybe Fondor, if he can get Fondor, I don't know. Yoenis Tellus, he just won the WBA interim title. That title may become the full title because Terrence Crawford is about to vacate all that shit at 54. Like he vacated his WBC position for the mandatory. He about to do that's just coming in due time. Once he face Canelo. Once that fight get made and everything, he going to relinquish all that shit at 54. So that's a possible role for Jesus Ramos. But Scram is a solid fighter though. He going to come to fight. He going to come to fight. Sometimes he fades down the stretch, but I think this is all Jesus Ramos. Too much power, speed, skill. And I think he's on a higher trajectory right here. He could be tough early, but I think Jesus Ramos will figure him out. He can box him. Then he's going to end up... I expect him to stop him. You feel me? So, we're going to see. Ramos Jr. been fighting on the back foot. I don't like that style for him. He dragged the Rosario fight. Yeah, he did drag that fight. You know what I'm saying? But he was putting a lot of good counter shots, a lot of power on those counter shots. So, we'll see. He hit or miss for you sometimes. I like him though. Yeah, that is a fire fight. That's gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? And they young enough too. They can push each other. All right, main event: Fondor versus Cordell Booker. I actually like this fight for Fondor because he's been training and getting ready for a similar type of guy. He was getting ready for Earl Spence. Cordell Booker and Earl Spence is basically the same size. You know what I'm saying? 5'9", 5'10", southpaw. You know what I'm saying? So I like it from that perspective because he's been getting ready for that type of... They don't got the same style because, Earl Spence has come forward, good jab in your face. And Booker is a boxer. Like, he's a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Slick type shit. But I like it, though, because Fondor get to defend his titles. I never agree with guys getting stripped when they injured. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he get to keep his titles. Fondor, he brings to the table. Big, tall, 6'5", 6'6", rangy, throw punches from all different type of angles. You got to be careful with him because when you think you're out of range, you're not. You know what I'm saying? And he showed a good boxing IQ and a good boxing game in his last fight against Tim Tszyu. Now, I know the blood, that was a factor in that fight, but I have to give Fondor credit. He didn't get drawn into a big fight. and gave up his height. He kept boxing on the outside. Did he get clipped with some shit? Yeah, because he's not a finished product, and he'll never be. You know what I'm saying? He gonna always have those deficiencies, but he boxed pretty well in that fight. You know what I'm saying? He did something that I didn't expect. So in this fight, I expect more of the same. You know what I'm saying? Booker gonna have to close that gap. I think it wouldn't hurt going to the body, and he have to be in position to time Fundora, in my opinion. Be close enough to time him. I mean, we saying Lubin hurt him. Lubin's a southpaw. Lubin hurt him. Tim Tszyu was hurting him too, but he was more disciplined against Tim Tszyu. So Booker has an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? He have to be able to time Fundora, be close enough to catch him. You know what I'm saying? He can't be on the back foot so much and give Fundora momentum, because Fundora's best game is fighting on the inside. He's a rare type of guy that tall to fight so well on the inside. So I would say keep him boxing, but you got to be there to counter him, because he's going to give you opportunities. If Booker can do that consistently, then he may have an opportunity to win the fight. If not, Fundora. I like Fundora in this fight. I think he's going to outlast Booker. I think he'll outlast him. You know what I'm saying? And Booker, he turned his career around coming off that Ammo loss. The biggest thing in that fight, he had an Achilles injury, and Ammo ran through him in one round. But I like the bounce back story. Like, tell me how the guy fought all day long, but tell me more about him bouncing back. And I salute him for doing that. Not against great competition, but just to bounce back with 5 wins in a row, got himself in position. So let's see. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But I expect Fundora to win. Jesus Ramos and Garcia, the A side. So let's go. Guido not bad in my opinion. No, he's not a bad fighter. He's not a bad fighter. He's a fun fighter too. You remember Fundora versus Clark? Yeah. I remember that fight. He fought a guy his basically tall. Like, that's the tallest opponent he had, and he was having issues with him. You know what I'm saying? And the guy was a southpaw. Booker ain't that tall, but he's a southpaw. He can clip him. You know what I'm saying? And I thought Lubin was winning that fight against Fundora before his face. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I remember that Clark fight. Clark was giving him that work. You know what I'm saying? And I thought he won that fight against Fundora. And I thought, and this another one, Sergio Garcia. We shown different ways Fundora can lose. Sergio Garcia ran numbers on Fundora and was outworking him. You know what I'm saying? In and out, outworking him. Lubin was outboxing, power boxing, and Clark was taking it to him, beating him to the punch type shit. Yeah, that was a war. I agree. Fundora definitely struggled with Sergio. Yeah, I remember that. Me too. I thought he beat Fundora. You see what I'm saying? So there's ways to beat him. He was pushing him around. So yeah, is Booker ready for that type of fight? We gonna see. But that's what it is, man. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. We'll do a quick little recap, then we're going to close it out. Salute to everybody coming through the building, though. So we're going to start early morning on Saturday. We got George Kambosos coming back. This is a big fight for him. Moving up to 140. We don't know what he got left. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, Kambosos, he lost his last 4 fights. I don't care what the box fans say. Massey Hughes took him to school, right? And then we know what Haney did to him, and we know what Lomachenko did to him. But he got a big fight over his head. He wins this fight. They announced the Richardson-Hitchens fight within the next couple of weeks. New York City in the summertime. Got 2 ladies, women's title fights. Sky Nicholson versus Tierra Brown. I'm looking forward to that. And then Shanika Johnson versus Nina Hughes Part 2. The first fight was pretty solid. The second one should be good too. So make sure you guys tap in. We got Boxing Insider on the Zone. So a little local show. A little house, whatever show, small show. But I like to watch it. Tap into these young fighters. I say the one to watch and to really focus on is Justin Figueroa. He's pretty good. He a big kid for 154. You know what I'm saying? We have an overtime show. Same day. We still on March 22nd. This is going to be on the Zone. Overtime. They're going to be down at San Diego. So, yeah. You got Malik Montgomery on the card. He's a fun, action-packed fighter. Kurt Scooby is a big puncher. Dante Lang is another big puncher, too. So, that should be fun. Pro Box. Pro Box always bringing that shit. Got 3 good fights right here. You got a good undercard for everybody to tap into. Lester Martinez versus Joshon James. That's gonna be fun. Vlad Hernandez versus Lucero. Another fun fight. That might be the fight of the night. We got a women's world title fight. We got three ladies title fights this weekend. That's what's up. Jasmine Ortega versus Regina Chavez. So y'all tap in. And then the PBC card, Fundora versus Booker, unified title fight, WBC, WBO. You know what I'm saying? In that 154 division that's hot. You know what I'm saying? Fundora making his first defense of his titles. Jesus Ramos against Guido Scram. That's as a late replacement. And then Elijah Garcia versus Terrell Goucher. This is a do or die fight for both guys. So a lot of shit at stake on this card right here. A lot at stake. So I'm looking forward to it for sure. Hopefully everybody can tap in. Appreciate you, bro. Salute to you for coming through. Just doing the building. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and honestly, well, I did the calculations of this, right? In his last 7 fights, he probably should be 1-6 because we're gonna give him the Mickey Bay fight. Okay, well, I gotta give him the Mickey Bay fight. He scored a late knockdown in that fight, split decision. Okay, I give him that. So 2. But Lee Selby beat him, bro. I don't know what happened with that. Lee Selby beat him too. The 2 Haney fights got washed, so that's 3. Maxie Hughes undressed him, took his clothes off, made him run down the street. I ain't gonna lie. In some ways, Maxie Hughes beat him better than Devin Haney did. In a lot of ways, it's just like Devin Haney is a big star, and so we magnify that shit. But what Maxie Hughes did to him, that shit was nasty. And then Lomachenko stopped him late. So really, he really on a 4-fight losing streak. So that's why I wasn't mad with the original opponent, Jordan, because he needed to get some confidence back in a new weight class. He moving up to 140. He's not a big puncher. He was a small 135 pounder. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of questions about Kambosos. If he can get this win, then you're gonna see he's gonna face a real big 140 pounder. Richardson Hitchens got all the advantages over him. All the advantages. It's gonna be, I don't even know if he really wanna win this fight. I think Hitchens gonna beat him up, take him to school, but we'll see. That's why they fight the fights. You know what I'm saying? I hope Kambosos get clipped by hey yo, let's go. But hey, my man Wiley got a good knockout ratio. We'll see. I think he will. Maxie was one. Yeah, that was bad, yo. That was bad. I talked to Lou about that shit. Lou couldn't Lou had to talk off the record. He's like, I gotta talk to you off the record. All facts, Kambosos bad, down bad. I don't know where he goes if he loses. He'll probably get no opportunity, but somebody is rocking with him. They believe in him somewhere, somehow. Maybe if he loses this one, he's got to stay down there in Australia. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But we'll see. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Thank you guys for your time, and I'm out.